Merriam-Webster defines minimalist or minimalism as a style or technique that is characterized by extreme sparseness or simplicity. For a very long time, I took that to a very unhealthy level. Now, this is a very big extreme that I thankfully never took, but it's something that some people do, and even in some of the marketing, if you want to say, of kind of this minimalist lifestyle, this complete empty room is what a lot of it is about. Some of that is because it catches your eye. It makes you think, do they really just live with no bed, no couch, nothing on the walls, nothing? Or is it just another form of clickbait? And I would say most people that kind of live that way are, I would say, far and few between. Kind of once you get into that level of minimalism, you're most likely gonna really just be someone who's living out of your backpack, which is awesome. But for everyone, it's not realistic. This video is not to completely tear down minimalism or me quitting minimalism or anything like that. Honestly, I love minimalism and it's actually helped me a whole lot in my life. But there are some negatives. There are some ways that minimalism has actually negatively impacted my life, and I just want to talk to you guys about that. Alright, so it's no secret that for a long time, and especially in my teens, I would often try to look at and emulate a lot of the content creators or artists, musicians that I enjoyed. The big reason for that is because I didn't really know who I was, especially whenever you're a teenager, but I was just so unhappy with myself and my life that I was looking for other people's lives and trying to emulate that because I thought that would be a way for me to be happy. I remember at the end of 2019, my girlfriend at the time, her best friend, and I were planning to all move in together. And so when those discussions started happening, I started to kind of look at different aspects of my life, like my finances. Despite the fact that I had been living with my parents for about 2 years, I didn't have any money. I think I maybe had $200 to my name, which even split 3 ways is certainly not enough for even just the fees that you have to do to apply for an apartment, move into the apartment, pay first month's rent, last month's rent. And to make things worse, while it was a little bit sporadic, I've been working since I was like 13 years old, so you would think I would have at least a little bit of money saved up. But the problem, I didn't necessarily have problems with saving money, because even when I first started working, I would kind of do a rule that still to this day I do, which is every paycheck I take 20% I put into my savings. That way I can build up an emergency fund and stuff like that. The problem was that I couldn't stop myself from spending that money. I would take it, I would put it into my savings, but say, 2 weeks later, I want to buy this brand new camera, I would just take that and more money out of my savings and spend it. And around this time, I started watching YouTubers like Matt Diavella, Craig Adams, Sorel Amore. Something that each of these creators have in common is that they all talked about minimalism. I don't necessarily think it was one of them. It might have just been like another creator, but something they talked about was budgeting and setting budgets, having spreadsheets for your budget, stuff like that. And that's something that to this day I still do. And this is ultimately one of the ways that minimalism has actually helped me. Minimalism helped me learn how to save money and to budget. Another great thing that minimalism kind of showed me is to let go of material objects. Even now, I don't really own a lot of things. And this also kind of goes into the final part of why minimalism is awesome and has helped me, is the fact that I learned how to value my time. For quite a while, I was hanging on to certain people in my life, certain jobs, certain, stuff like that, where they were toxic. All they were doing were either giving me no actual value, or they were taking value away from my life. And that was something that was super, super important in my overall journey, is the fact that now I know, okay, like if this is going to be like a one-sided thing where, you know, you only want to be my friend for this reason, or if it's a thing where, you know, all you constantly do is tear me down, there's never actually any, if you're criticizing me, there's never any constructive criticism, and it's all just, you know, you're ugly, or your new hair looks stupid, or, you know. But I really learned that you have such finite energy in life. It's not worth wasting that energy or that time on people or relationship where it's not valued. Alright, so we talked about some of the positive. Let's also get into the negative. But as I was just talking about finances just a bit ago, negative aspect of it, and I can also agree that it's part the minimalism and spreadsheeting and budgeting and stuff like that, but also I can acknowledge that part of it also comes from my upbringing and not being from a very, I don't even think we were even a middle class, I think we were a lower class family. I am so deathly afraid of death. The thing for me was always there's that temptation of going and buying something crazy, or even just the simple thing of an emergency happening and having no choice but to use my credit card to pay for it. And that is something that is scary, because I know there's times where, and this is kind of the second point, is that I gave up experiences because of that fact. I didn't want to spend the money. You know, I even overvalued kind of my time of not letting myself go and do new things, meet new people, because I was afraid of spending the money, or I was afraid of, you know, looking stupid, someone not liking me, things like that. And the final aspect of this is something that maybe not to a lot of people is super important, but to me it was. I found myself really stripping away a lot of my self-expression and creativity. The easiest example is my clothes, you know. I very much subscribed to that one pair of black jeans and and go get a 4-pack of Hanes t-shirts. Maybe if you want to be cool, you know, get the ones with a couple colors in it, and that's it. For a very long time, all I owned was 4 t-shirts, 1 pair of jeans. That's it. As someone who had a clothing company that wasn't a minimalist clothing company, I started to lose that. That really hurt me for a long time. That really pushed my confidence back. Kind of makes a lot of sense that for a while I've not really felt at home or like myself in my own body, in my own skin, just because the fact that I was pushing so many things away because of the fact that, again, I didn't want to be attached to material objects. The whole goal of minimalism and being minimalist is the fact that you are simply figuring out what things, what people, what relationships, what aspects of your life bring you the most value. That way you are not wasting energy on stuff that isn't important, that doesn't bring you value, that is toxic to you. And that is the thing that I love about minimalism. It has taught me so much. It has made me respect myself so much more. It has led me in places that I never would have been able to get to. With that said, guys, I do want to thank you guys very much for watching. This is a video I've been kind of really excited about. I'm trying to really figure out the different aspects of minimalism that was positive, negative, and I'm very excited to continue to share this type of information, this experience, these things with you guys, and kind of show you guys my personal journey, and you guys tell me about your guys' experiences with minimalism or something similar, different aspects of it that maybe you relate to down in the comments below, because I love hearing your guys' stories. It really helps me kind of be able to not only relate, but also, like, you know, figure out different aspects of other things to talk about and other things to make videos on. I appreciate you guys if you subscribe to the channel, if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.